Jackson broadcast. You up in here. We got another Sim game with this Rockets versus Thunder. I mean, the Warriors versus Thunder tonight.
Welcome inside Oracle Arena. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, next year, the Warriors will move across the bay to San Francisco. But right now, trying to put on another show here in Oakland.
And speaking of a show, how about how many shows we saw in this building? The days of Run TMC, the killer crossover by Tim Hardaway, and how about the sweet shooting of Chris Mullin and Mitch Richmond?
Expect nothing short of greatness within these walls. Jay, it's funny, many Hall of Famers have never won an NBA title. Others had to wait a long time to win their first. How can that change a player like a Kevin Durant?
Well, the best of the best are never the hunted. They're always the hunter. And it starts with that mentality. And for a guy like Kevin Durant, inherently, Ed, he was a nice person. But after winning a championship, he found that he needed to create a different edge. That edge comes with doing more and being different. And he's finding a way to challenge himself each and every day, regardless of whoever the opponent is.
From the painted area, won't go down. Westbrook with it. He'll run the offense. To Adams. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Steven Adams at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 56% for his career. And he can't convert the free throw. Iguodala to bring it up. They trail by 2. To Thompson. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended. 48 wins a year ago for the Thunder. Jay, it took them a while to get to that point, but in so many ways, the Thunder had a great opportunity in the playoffs.
They did. It just seemed like something with their chemistry was a tad bit off with Carmelo Anthony. I think him not being there, him not being in Houston, them getting Andre Robertson back. He's a big-time lockdown defender on the perimeter. You surround him with youth and Hamidou Diallo, Terrence Ferguson, Alex Abrinas. This team has a chance to compete for a Western Conference Finals.
Warriors have the basketball. To Thompson. Sizing up the defense. To Thompson. Beyond the arc for 3. And splash. Klay Thompson. Quick catch and shoot there for 3.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Russell Westbrook against the KG veteran Iguodala. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Jerebko can't get it to go. Westbrook with the basketball. Leads 1. To George. Has a chance. Shot by George. Misses. Durant with the basketball up top. Down by 1. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
Westbrook. His first effort off the mark. Deep 3 at the buzzer. First quarter in the books. The Warriors with the lead. second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. The pass set it all up.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Durant across the timeline. They trail by one. Kevin Durant. He's 2 for 2 now.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
George picked up by Jerebko. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Paul George trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Jay, you know the Warriors love challenges. As they go for a three-peat, why not try and incorporate the personality and presence of a DeMarcus Cousins?
Well, if there's anybody up for the challenge, it will be a Hick.
Oh, I thought that was a dunk. Easy.
Not too many times you see a poster for the defender, but that was brilliant.
Westbrook into the front court. Lead is 2. That's blocked by Durant.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Short jumper won't go down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Durant, no good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
George, shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Durant, defended by Steven Adams. Kevin Durant. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And the slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Durant with the basketball up top. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3, and he knocks it down, Jay.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Thunder with the basketball to Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook to Paul George. Big man, Steven Adams. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. So a tie one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Let's get right into the action here. The Thunder are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Warriors aren't down by much after 2 quarters. The emphasis was on the 3-ball to open this game. Actually, that's how they score most of their points. It'll be interesting to see how they adjust if their success from long range doesn't continue in the second half.
Game track. Steals.
We're seeing a lot of steals in this game, and it's not been one-sided. Each of the teams in this matchup have been aggressive on defense and getting some positive results.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
Jerebko didn't have any impact on the scoreboard in the opening half. There's just no way to avoid getting called out when you miss every single shot you take. He hasn't been able to get anything to drop. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
A lot of intrigue to come in this second half. A 1-point game as we resume play here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense to George. Has a look. The shot by George won't go down.
They've been getting open looks, makeable shots that just can't find their way in, but it makes these next few offensive possessions down the stretch even more important.
Klay Thompson matched up with Paul George. To Durant. Here comes the screen. Durant. Down low Thompson. Shot from the lane won't go. Carmelo Anthony traded, but Sam Presti turns that into Dennis Schroeder, now on a team built to win.
And I love this acquisition by the Thunder. When you think about Schroeder, he is actually almost the opposite of what Russell Westbrook is. He averaged 19 points, 6.5 assists last year for the Hawks, but he is not a ball-dominant guard. He will have the ball in his hands, but he's more apt to make plays quickly with the ball than Russell, who likes to hold on to the ball towards the end of the shot clock.
George down to Adams. And he'll go to the foul line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Steven Adams, a couple of free throws on the way. He struggled so far. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Iguodala to bring it up. The deficit now up to 5.
Bring it up.
To Durant. Thompson to Durant. Paul George, he's 3 for 7.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
To Thompson. Durant, tough matchup against George. Thompson to Durant. Trying to cash in. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Westbrook into the front court. Lead stands at 7. George against KD. Has a chance. George with a shot. No good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Kevin Durant lets it fly. It's good.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's Russ at the controls. Nothing going here on that drive. Surveys the floor. Here comes the screen. Russell Westbrook here against Kevon Looney. Paul George to Westbrook. Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Thunder with the lead. The Warriors won the opening tip, so they have it to start the fourth quarter. The defending champs, Jay, getting all they can handle here at the Oracle.
You don't see this very often. They've come in and put up one heck of a fight, but it doesn't matter if you don't get a check in that win column.
Durant lets it fly. Can't connect. The follow won't go either. Westbrook across the timeline. His team up by 7. To Paul George. Paul George now 4 for 9. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Russ at the controls. Oh, bad pass there. Warriors have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Durant. From the painted area, won't go down. George. Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys down by 9. Yes, Klay Thompson. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
You know, someone I had the audacity to ask Klay Thompson how he feels about being the 3rd or 4th option, and I love his response. He said, I don't care. When you're as efficient as me, my paycheck warrants it. And I think about a game he had this past year. 88.4 seconds of possessions, 52 touches, 33 shots, 11 dribbles for 60 points just in 22 minutes proves the reason why Klay is Klay.
Thunder have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Why even try that time?
I'm going to suck on him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Gets it in the right corner. Thompson buries it on the catch and shoot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it. Yes, Klay Thompson. 4 out of 7.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds. Now the stoppage and an intentional foul means free throws coming with a little over 30 seconds to go.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
First one goes down. And he makes them both. We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. To Thompson. Jerebko here against Jeremy Grant. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. It stays with Golden State. Thompson. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. And here's the foul. Right now it's a two-possession game, so if he hits one or two of these, it could be all she wrote.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Knocks down the first. Two for two on that trip. Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game.
We couldn't have done it without your support. If you would like to participate in an upcoming event, you can register at our team website.
Durant. Thompson. That one off the mark. It's no good. Here comes the screen. Russell Westbrook picked up by Jerebko. Good victory here for the Thunder as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Another one, 5-287. That's what EA.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder were solid in today's victory. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. The Warriors couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Field goals.
The Golden State Warriors were terrible with their shooting, and I'm pretty sure that's not news to anyone that's out there. What will become news, however, is if their poor shooting starts to create turmoil within the team.
Player of the game.
Adams gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
So the Warriors lost another one, you know what I'm talking about, according to EA. Let's see if it go down that way. Somebody, I'm gonna end the video, finna stream some more shit. Appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure you hit that sub button, like button, comment, and I'm out.